When you go to my website, go to the 3 lines at the top. Go to shop, then go to store. And when you go to store, scroll down. You're going to see the audio versions. It's 4 different parts. Chapters 1 through 3, 4 through 6, then chapter 7 and 8. I'm also going to put the audio version on sale today. You're going to be able to get the whole audio book for $5. They're going to, for $5. So it'll be $125 a piece for when you go through all the chapters. And if you ain't already following me on Instagram, I need y'all to do me a favor. Go follow me on Instagram. BAKERII. But look, check this out. Y'all go support your kid and go get the book. So look, check this out. Check this out. So my homeboy out in the park, right? And then somebody done got hit up or whatever. So when they do that, I call my homeboy who be putting up the toy. So as soon as I give him the toy, you know what I'm saying, to go put up, I come back in the cell and I'm not thinking about the bud that's in my pocket. And guess what they holler? Green team on the rock, green team on the rock, green team on the rock. So when they holler green team is on the rock, ain't gonna be no shuffling and moving around. Because if you step out and you get to shuffling and moving around, they gonna stop you right on the spot, or they gonna go right to the cell where you went to try to put up anything. But at this time, I'm not thinking I'm really in any kind of danger, because I'm not worried about getting served, because somebody done got stabbed. And I'm pretty sure the eye in the sky done see who came out of this, who went in the cell and came out of the cell. So I'm thinking they gonna go deal with that situation. But my name was the hottest name on the compound, because they know, you know what I'm saying, I go with the little Indian junk. And at this point, they ain't letting the little Indian junk even work in our park. So look, check this out. The police come straight to my cell. I hear somebody, they going up top, top walk. So when they holler that, I'm thinking, well, dude got stabbed down on the bottom. Sort of. I get the shuffling, you know what I'm saying? I grab the lotion bottle. I pop the top off the lotion bottle. When I popped the top off, I had a big ball. You know what I'm saying? I just squeezed it and turned it real tight, pushed it down in the lotion, set it up on the counter, set it up on my little dresser. But guess what? I got the 3 or 4 little loose thimbles in the other pocket. So when I secure that, boom, I sit down, boom, and then as soon as I do that, like pow, they don't even. What's going on, baby? I said, man, what's going on? What's up? He stand up. I said, man, what's going on, Garcia, man? You already know what time it is. He said, what you got in here? I said, man, I ain't got nothing in here. So he started walking towards me. He was like, you mind if I search you? I said, man, I said, why you even in my cell for, bro? I said, somebody just got stabbed down there. You coming straight to my cell. He said, oh, they tending to that down there. I just come to check on you, Baker, see what you got going on. So when he say that, I'm knowing he finna search me. So I just casually, you know, I'm like, man, bro, I ain't got nothing going on. I reach in my pocket and grab the bud. When I grab the bud, he step in a little further. I go straight for the toilet. But when I reach for the toilet, I grab the handle. I'm finna flush the toilet. He grabbed my hand. When he grabbed my hand, he said, hey, what you trying to flush down the toilet? I said, man, come on, Garcia. I said, man, it ain't nothing but some tobacco, man. He said, if it's some tobacco, he said, you ain't got nothing to worry about. He said, you know, I ain't even gonna write you up. He said, I'll let you flush it. He said, if it's just some tobacco. He said, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm looking at him, he looking at me, we looking at each other. Dramatic effect me, please. He said, if you move again, that's assault on an officer. I said, huh? How's that assault? He said, because I got my hand. He said, the minute you move, he said, I'm going to take that as you trying to do bodily harm to me. That's assault on the officer. I said, man, that's crazy. He said, you know what that means? He said, that's mandatory, maximum security. He said, if I write you up and then we go to the D board, he running it down to me. If I write you up and go to the D board and I tell the D, when we go to the hearing, I tell the officer that you assaulted me, he said, you know what that means? He said, that's mandatory. Maximum security. He said, you going to 23-1. Probably the majority of your sentence. How much time you got left? I said, man, that's crazy. So he said, well, go on, turn it loose. What is it that you got? So at this point, I ain't even got no choice. I give it to him. Who? He said, Baker, I thought you said this was some tobacco. This is not tobacco. This is not even the same color as tobacco. He said, this look like marijuana right here. This is cannabis. I said, ooh. And at that point in my head, I'm thinking, boy, he finally feel like he done caught me. He got me, boy. He said, he finally feel like he got me. He said, Baker. He said, well, you know I'm going to have to write you up, don't you? I said, do whatever you got to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He said, he said, you work in the wood plant, don't you? I said, yeah. He said, you know your job probably on the line. He said, well, just kind of write up, right? I said, and what's your point? What's your point? I said, I'm good either way it go. He said, I'm just saying, a lot of people don't like to lose their wood plant jobs. I said, what you trying to insinuate? See, at this point, he already trying to get some intel out of me. He already expected me to tell. So he go ahead and he leave out the cell. I get the write up the next morning. I done got caught. You know what I'm saying? Civil possession. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I go to work. When I go to work, guess what they do? They go and search my cell. Again, they do this like 2-3 days in a row. Just searching my cell, searching my cell, searching my cell. See, at this point, what the administration doing is, they already showing that they, not only they harassing me, but what they doing is, they making the inmates get suspicious of me. Not only they making them get suspicious of me, they making the other inmates who got other stuff going on, whether it be moving narcotics or a cell phone, they making me feel like I'm keeping the par high. So they trying to make them think that either I'm the police or they trying to make them get to the point of where they saying, man, Joe T got a roll. One of the two. They either gonna push me to the back or they either gonna start calling me the police and get me pushed to the back. One of the two. The administration understands something about the penitentiary. And it's the same way on the street. Commercial, break me please. It's the same way on the street. See, what happens is when people start hating or they start talking about you, what they do is they gather around people. What they do is they gather and conjure other people, other spirits, and they try to turn them spirits against you. But a lot of time it be jealousy and envy that they really never had the nerve to let you know that they feel some type of way about you. So now that they see an opportunity, of, oh, we can get them with this. Then what they do is they all come together. They all come together as one. And then that's when they try to make their move against you. And see, that's what I noticed when I came home from the street. I was like, it is so crazy that these people in the streets who claim that they looked up to me for all the wrong reasons in the world. You looked up to me because I done shot people. You looked up to me because I done robbed people. You looked up to me because I sold dope. You looked up to me because I slept with multiple women. Like, you looked up to me because I've been on high-speed chases. I've been in and out of juvie, in and out of jail, and I done time in prison. I got some time. You look up to me for every wrong reason in the book. And the minute I say, man, that ain't what it is, and try to lead you into a better direction, that it's always that one person. It's always that one person who try to paint your character, your personality, everything about you as something else. And what they do is they try to make everybody else agree with you so they can team up against you. Let me tell you something about when you got the spirit of the Most High. That demon that had that man locked up. They said they had him caged up, had him in shackles. And he asked that demon, he said, what's your name? He said, my name is Legion. Therefore we are many. Listen to me. It take multiple people, multiple spirits to come against the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of the Most High. So when you walking with the Most High, you walking alone, guess what? They gonna need a team. They gonna need a team in order to bring you down. That's exactly what was going on in this scenario at the time. The administration realized, man, we got to make all of these people think such and such about it, and therefore they'll take care of the business themselves. And that's what happens to people. People don't understand that they coming together in order to remove somebody who could potentially be the head of the situation, even though this was a bad situation. So they fall for the trap. And so look, check this out. After all of that happened about them searching me and stuff, I gotta go to the D board. When I gotta go to the D board, that's basically a hearing. They had kept putting my hearing off. So finally I'm getting to go to the D board. When I go to the D board, the green team is sitting in there. It's 4 of them. The main dude tell the other 3 to step out. As the other 3 step out, get what I realized? He had a little bag on the side of him. This man reached in the bag. He done brought me some Arby's. He got some chicken strips. Then he got the fries. And he done pulled out an orange Fanta. Boom! He set it on the table. I said, "What do you think I'm on? First 48 or something?" I said, "What's going on here?" So I'm sitting in the chair. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him. He looking at me. We looking at each other. He said, "Baker." He said, I ain't even really messed up with, you know what I'm saying, how you get your money, how you make your money here. Cause I've been working in the penitentiary for a long time. And one thing I've come to understand about inmates is, they gonna make them some money in here. They gonna survive. Cause a lot of people don't have family on the outside. He said, but that ain't the case with you, Baker. He said, that ain't the case with you. He said, I realize you get on the blue box and call home. Not only do you get on the blue box and call home, he said, you got 3 or 4 numbers that you call. I said, my guy looking at how many people are calling and anything. He said, so you've got family members. He said, and they love you. He said, I know the people still put money on your books, even though you get paid from the wood plant every month. He said, that ain't the case with you. He said, you have a daughter too. I said, what? I said, where's all of this going? He said, just make a conversation with you. He said, got parole hearing coming up too, don't you? A couple of months. I said, yeah, what about it? He said, man, this write-up will mess up that parole hearing. He said, you want to go home, don't you? I said, of course, don't everybody don't want to go home. Even dudes in here with 2, 3 life sentences want to go home, and guess what? They probably ain't never going home. He said, you're right about that. He said, how's your dad doing? How's your pops? I said, he doing all right. He writing me a letter. He said, I know. He said, I know. He been writing at least once a week. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, and he said, you ever thought about going down there with him? This man been reading my letters and everything, man. I said, of course, you know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I'm saying? He said, well, I'm going to be straightforward with you. He said, I don't like her. He said, and I know you love her. I said, what are you talking about? Love who? He said, you ain't got to say no name. We both know what's going on. He said, I don't like her. He said, you love her. He said, you've been protecting her long enough. He said, do you think she care about you going up for your parole hearing in this write-up? No. Only thing she care about is keeping her job. He said, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the reason why I don't like her. He said, because this officer's here that I got to look after her. He said, because she's dangerous to us. You know why? Because there's inmates in here who can get our home addresses. She can